Hey guys, Jacob here. This is going to be this week's vendor reset. Sorry for the delay. I was originally going to upload this on Tuesday as usual, but I have a lot of stuff going on, so I'm getting this out as soon as possible to you guys. But this week, they're selling the Mozambique special at the front desk vendor. Has pistol damage, headshot damage, and perfect breadbasket. If you guys don't have this, recommend picking it up. Or if you're just trying to collect all the named items and gear, then you guys can grab this as well. Or if you want to find one that has better stats on it instead of headshot damage, and you want to find one that has max pistol damage, then you obviously can farm loot allocation areas. But other than that, that's all they're really selling this week at the front desk vendor. But I'll scroll through a few more items in case any of you guys want to pick this stuff up. Now if you take a right past the stash box, then go through the atrium right here, and then on the left you guys will see the raid murals, and once you get to the end of the hallway, you will reach the clan vendor. Shout out to DOD and Kamikaze Von Doom. This week at the clan vendor, they're selling the Zeros F's perfectly unbreakable Badger Tough chest piece. If you guys don't have this, I'd highly recommend picking this up, especially if you're trying to make an armor style build or if you want to try running shotguns. Of course, obviously, you can't have everything on this. It has health instead of critical at chance, or even critical at damage, or even hazard, but you can get rid of the skill haste and put a damage stat or even a defensive stat. I'm going to scroll through a few more items in case any of you guys want to pick this stuff up, or if you guys need any of the talents. They are selling max LMG damage if you guys need that, and also max assault rifle damage if you guys are trying to get those, especially if you're new, or just haven't had them in your library yet. They're also selling max critical hit damage, and this DNH mask is actually pretty decent if you guys are trying to make a pistol build. But at the same time, a lot of you guys usually go for the punch drunk due to the headshot damage. But other than that, that's going to be about it for the clan vendor. Next up is going to be the theater settlement. This week they're selling the Firm Handshake Sokolov Concern Gloves. These ones aren't too great, but if you guys need them, obviously you can grab them, but you're better off farming loot allocation areas to get better ones. I'm going to scroll through a few more items in case any of you guys want to pick these items up to your liking. They are selling max weapon damage. If you guys need that for your gloves, recommend grabbing these. But other than that, that's all they're really selling at the theater settlement. Next location is going to be the campus settlement. This week they're selling the Quiet Roar. The talents on this are pretty okay, I guess. They're not crazy good, but if you guys need this, recommend grabbing it. But at the same time, you guys probably have tons of these and can get them in loot allocations like crazy. I'm going to scroll through a few more items in case you guys want to pick this stuff up. But other than that, that's all they're really selling this week. The next locations, we're going to go to the Dark Zones. Keep this in mind, you guys will need a different type of currency to buy these items. You can acquire them by going into the... What I mean by that is, if you guys go in here and deconstruct gear and extract it, you can use it to buy these items, or just open up tiny boxes scattered around the Dark Zone. This week they're selling the Everlasting Gaze. Has really low stats on it, not crazy low, but you guys can probably find a better one of these if you farm loot allocation areas. Let's go through a few more items in case any of you guys want to pick this stuff up. They are selling Wyvern Wear gloves if you guys are trying to make a skill damage and status effect style build. These ones already have skill damage and status, so would recommend picking these up if you guys are trying to do that. But other than that, that's all they're really selling this week at DZ West. Next up, we have Dark Zone South. This week they're selling Mozambique as well, so would not recommend picking this up because you guys can literally buy this at the base of ops currently. But I'm going to scroll through a few more items in case any of you guys want to pick this stuff up. But other than that, they're not really selling too much. I will point out a few items you guys can use. One is going to be this True Patriot chest piece that has 120,000 armor with health if you guys are trying to make a True Patriot build. Next is going to be this Providence Backpack. If you guys are new to the game and you have some resources, you actually could use this backpack as a substitute instead of using Vigilance if you guys cannot get your hands on one. But if you guys have a Vigilance backpack, would use that instead. But this one has weapon damage, critical chance, and hazard, and you could get rid of the hazard and put critical damage, and you could use this for a crit build. But other than that, that's all they're really selling this week at DZ South. Next up is going to be DZ East. This is the final Dark Zone. This week they're selling the Pinprick Sniper Rifle with Perfect First Blood. If you guys need this, recommend grabbing, of course, but at the same time, you can get this really easy farming loot allocation areas. I'm going to scroll through a few more items in case any of you guys want to pick this stuff up. But other than that, that's all they're really selling this week. They are selling a Yalgear holster, though. I will point out that's hazard if you guys are trying to make a Yalgear armor build. So if you guys need this, I know how hard it is to get Yalgear pieces sometimes, so not a bad pickup if you guys really need it, and you always could max out the rolls with optimization. The final list, or stop on the list that is going to be New York. Keep this in mind, they don't sell any named items, so if you guys want to go through this stuff and see if you need it, you can. But I'll scroll to a few more of these items in case you're going to pick this stuff up. They are selling max swap speed if you guys need that. But overall, they aren't really selling much this week that's even really worth picking up at the front desk. Now if you take a corner right here, take a right around this corner, and then you guys will see Roy Benitez. This week he is selling max critical hit chance on his MP5A2. If you guys are new, then you could get this roll and use it for your library. Other than that, they're not really selling anything too crazy. But if you guys need any of those items, I'd recommend picking them up, especially the ones that are in the clan vendor that have the really high stat rolls and also the perfectly unbreakable. Also, quick little announcement as well. I know some people are probably waiting, that is if you watch the end of this video, for the part 2 of the Heartland video I'm going to be making, and I'll probably be releasing that somewhere around June, depending on what they do at E3, because I'm really curious to see if they're going to show any more footage of that at E3, and then I'll be able to give my overall even more opinion, because it'll be out there to the public, and I can use some of that footage. But overall, I know some people were asking about that, just letting you guys know ahead of time. And also, there's a high potential that I'll be uploading a few other games in the meantime that are not Division. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and make sure you subscribe for more Division 2 content, and I'll catch you guys all.